And good morning, everybody. My name is Osa. We are playing Farming Simulator 22 on Glenleathann, and it is the next morning. I have managed to sell all of our grass silage. I completed the 3 hay contracts with bonus pay. We could have a look at that, I guess. So we bought the Merlot. We maintained a lot of vehicles. We sold the bales for 24,000, so not a vast income there. Our silage was worth 145, which is nice, and then we made a further 87,000 on contracts and 13,000 doing something else. Honestly can't remember what I did that made 13,700, but we did it. So there we are. I have taken 2 hay contracts on these 2 fields here, so we can set the Valtra loose and forget all about it. I have then taken a couple of cultivation contracts, so we'll be using the Claas today. That's handy. Everybody's in the right place. What's that hooked up? That's hooked up on the baler. That's fine. So, I need to go and find the cultivator. This tractor is fully maintained. We did not refill it, but that's fine. Don't think our cultivation work is going to take too long today. Lining up on the cultivator might, of course. It's a bit off there. Okay, we will try and get that folded. Fold. Thank you. Okay, not actually sure when the cultivating contracts are today, so we'll go look at those in a minute. We will now however, need this tractor. So, it's Friday, bonus episode following Thanksgiving Day. Happy Turkey Leftovers Day, I guess. I've got £238,000 on the farm right now. And again, missed. So we're not heading too far from the farm today with this, so shouldn't be too much of an inconvenience if the tractor needs maintenance. Now this is brand new, well, 5 hours old, so there is a fair amount of time between services at the moment, unlike the Claas. Let's do that and set the course. This is headland first, go round, generate, ding. And see if I can get this lined up first time. Not sure. We've had a lot of problems with that in the past. And as I said, I think it's because of the rear wheel steer when you have this sort of setup. Really need to line up on the arrow before it goes. So that should be good. And it's dark. And that is looking like conditioned grass, so we're good there. Close that out and jump back into his sky. So, where are we going today? That's not what I want to do. We are cultivating 362, 72, 75. Those should be near the middle. That'll be at the top. So, 3, 72, 75, 62 somewhere else. Where is 62? That's a good question. Ah. 62, 62, 62 is right in the corner there. And yes, as an example of what we can afford, I have discovered this large field here is not the greatest of stuff. It's almost 4 hectares and costs 191,000 with a 28.8% discount. That has discounted since last night. It was 203. I should check these. Oh, these are back up to 42%, which is horrible. And then the only thing, the thing I haven't checked today is Fentvario's still available. Really don't need one of those. Oh, hello! I have one of those. That's a shame. Because I kind of don't want that. I want the next one. This is a... Ooh. Has the Asaria loaded. It's a 550... Oh, a 115 horsepower. Doesn't have a front loader. That's kind of interesting. Don't need that. I do like that tractor though. Oh, we got another one of those come up. 5M's come up. Can planter 3 meter, 6 meter. A fence square baler. And an X tractor, which I'm disinclined to use because they seem to have problems. So let's go get on with a little bit of cultivating work while the Valtra mows the grass. This is going to be about 10 minutes to get the mowing done. I guess we'll put the lights on and let's get in the cab because we're going to be driving between trees in this neck of the woods. So yeah, we had Thanksgiving food yesterday, turkey with most of the stuff, and I think I had a dump cake, and Mrs. Osa and teenage Osa had a... That's interesting. Well, I guess this is the place. A peanut butter pie. I'm not a big fan. I like peanut butter on toast. I'm not a big fan of peanut butter on anything else. It's a weirdness I have. Okay, you're done. Let's go. In other news, we were expecting the kids over late today, but we got a message from Mum earlier this week that said that Grandma had a change of plans, so they weren't going to be home for the weekend. So we have a nice quiet weekend this week. Okay. I am humming and hawing about putting a GPS on this. Not that I can't do this kind of job without it, just that sometimes it's a little bit easier. I'm guessing this is probably wheat texture, because Glenleathann now has new textures on, I think, wheat, barley, oats. Not sure if sorghum got included. It was in the notes, I didn't pay too much attention to that. And probably kick the timing up. No, don't. Oh, it's one way to lift it up, I guess. And this is why sometimes GPS is a little bit handy. Because I'm basically overlapping quite significantly here. 6 metre wide cultivator, we probably lost a metre with my placement here. I've got 2 headlands so far. I'm going to head us down to the bottom. We'll do 2 headlands along the bottom. I'm going to come up and then start at the other end of the field. So we'll get 3 edges here before I start doing the up and down rows. Although this is actually a more efficient cross. It's wider the direction we're now going in. So maybe we've got 2 headlands there. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. That'll put us to the top. I'm going to do 3 on this edge. And then we'll do top of the field and work our way down. So there's only 1 row at the bottom here. Now this job is going to take way longer than the mowing is. But the advantage with the cultivation jobs, I can actually complete them as we go. If I get all the hay done, won't necessarily get it baled right away, because obviously, well, I have to do that manually. I guess I only have to do 1 headland here, because we've got a good length of waste ground to our east. I haven't taken a look at the map border that way. The trees pretty much obscure all of it. Oh, it's trash collection day, and nobody put the trash bins out last night. Well, it is what it is. Yep. It's kind of early too. It doesn't usually come till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Let's go. So here I figure I need the 2 headlands on this side of the field, just because we are Trying to turn around quite a large vehicle. Still not sure what I'm going to plant after the grass. I could go whole crop silage for next year. And if I do, I'll probably go barley, although I don't know if there's any difference in yield between barley, wheat, oats when it comes to foraging it. Okay. I think I said, though, those grass fields are back over 40%. They were below 30, about 39 yesterday. So I missed out on that, and it has proved a thought I had this morning, which was do variable field prices actually vary at midnight on every day played, or are they first of the month recalculations? And that kind of proves every day at midnight the field prices change. I could buy that big field to our south. I would need to look at what's in it, because if it's a crop, then I kind of don't want a crop, because that would mean I have to lease a harvester, and that's kind of pricey. I don't want to buy a harvester right now just to do one crop. I could whole crop it, but then I'm out of silage bunkers for the grass in November. That's not actually a big deal. The other stuff that we have, the corn, the maize, will be fermented tomorrow. Maybe today. Maybe tomorrow. So I could empty that in time for the grass cut later. Oh, that's an interesting thought. But as I said, I haven't looked to see what's in the field and why. So, 86. That looks like potatoes. Indeed it is, and they're still growing. Kind of don't want to buy a potato field. That would be a little bit awkward. Because then I have to figure out something to do with those potatoes, and that's a big field. Shame, because it's a cheap field too. It's probably not a brilliant idea to buy it and then plough in the potatoes, because, yeah, really, it's just not a good plan. That's a bit of a way. Well, I don't know, we haven't paid for them. So it's not like I'd be losing out on anything if I did just plough them in. I've just bought the land and I don't care about the crop. Obviously the previous farmer might be a little bit upset, but really that's not my problem. And the mower's mowed. I'm going to have to get the Renault out, aren't I? I think since we're so close to the farm, I'm not going to worry about blitzing those mowing fields. We'll get the Valtra to mow that second field. Then I'll get the Renault loose on them all. Then I'll put the Valtra back in to do whatever it does to row it. For right now, it's time to jump over to the other tractor. Alrighty, going backwards, engine on, but steer it like you're going this way. And as I've said before, the nice thing about these fields is they're all clumped into a group around this yard. So they will be very, very convenient. Oh, I didn't want to do that. To do that. Generate. Back, cancel back, and oh, crime. We're actually where we want to be. Alrighty. Unfold that. So that looked about right. So go. Struggling a little to get the line. As soon as it's got the line, off it goes. Yes. Okay. Put that up. Turn around. So I'm probably about halfway through this, maybe. And 15 minutes to cut the next lawn, so I'm guessing I should be done with this cultivation job by the time the Valtra's finished. And all the rest of the fields are in the centre block, so I should probably be able to just drive close to our yard and say go find the next field, and I can do the transfer under a worker. Down to 94% maintenance on this. Like I said, 50-year-old tractor doesn't take long to get damaged. It would be kind of nice if the rate of what you call it, the rate of decay on a vehicle was based on how much strain you're actually putting it under. So this is about 380 horsepower. If I strapped a 400 horsepower plough to the back of it, then that's a lot of stress on this tractor. I'm probably going to be maintaining it more frequently. But if I'm only running 200 horsepower plough, 180 horsepower plough, then in theory, that's at 2/3 of what this tractor's actually capable of doing. It's like if you've got a truck and all you do is drive to and from school every day, it's not under a lot of stress. If you're hauling a big giant RV behind it, then yeah, it's kind of going to need a little bit more maintenance. Things are going to break a little bit more frequently. Anyway. So I can't remember if I mentioned I got an email from the Model Shower Centre yesterday saying my commission is complete and ready to ship. I paid that last night, or the shipping costs last night. So they said, yeah, order's complete. You'll get an email from the mail carrier when they come and pick it up. So hopefully I finish on here today and I should have an email to say we picked it up and here's the tracking number. Typically it depends on the courier. One of the UK shops I use DHL. It's a little bit more pricey, but not significant. You know, it's like saying, well, it's $10 to ship via regular mail, or it's $18 to ship by tracked courier. And the nice thing about the tracked courier is they have their own aeroplanes, they have their own trucks, and so it's a very fast shipment. It usually says 5 to 10 business days. They're typically 5. So that's kind of a good thing. Oh. But this one, I'm not sure how long. It's the first thing I've ordered from them, so I'm not sure how long their mode of shipping takes. I think it's also quoted 5 to 10 business days, but potentially could take the full time. Let's go. Now, I have noticed a little problem with the Renault. Occasionally, if I'm in reverse and then switch to drive, the drivetrain locks up and I have to stick it back into the reverse, nudge it a little bit, and then re-engage drive, and it works. So, bit of a challenge on that. And that could be down to the issue I've had with the gear shifting. This tractor is CVT, so I have very little trouble with this one. There is something to be said for a CVT gearbox versus the power shift. Okay, we're 70% done. There's still 11 minutes left on the mowing. We're making good progress here, so I think I said it was 15 minutes. We're about halfway, so we should have still 5 minutes to go on the mowing work before, after I finish this field. So I should be able to put this on a transfer, and then we'll run over to the yard, get the Renault out and get that set up. I'll be able to put the Valtra on the merge.